Hey guys, so today we decided we're going to go back to doing some more tutorials. We've been getting this place set up, so we have a very beautiful, very laggy area to do tutorials in. Let me turn that off. And the guys just kind of got a little carried away with fireworks. I'll show you that real quick. It loops around the entire house, but that's not what I'm here to show you. Today, as a combined effort between me and Mr. Steamy, we're going to be showing you how to make a glowstone generator. Kind of like this one over here in the corner, but a little bit bigger, a little more effective. Yeah, a lot more efficient, and it's going to make a lot of glowstone. And on the server we're currently on, glowstone is used as currency.
Yes.
So, without further ado, let's get that set up.
Yeah.
So, what you're going to need is cryothium dust, block breakers, 20 of them to be exact, and, recipe for that is a little expensive. You're going to need some redstone reception coils, machine frames, and you're going to need some cyclic assemblers to convert the dust into blocks. Those require some schematics, which you just build the block into the schematic and then put it into the assembler. And you're going to need some pneumatic servos to pull the items out. That glass is just freaking out. Thank you, pig. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to show you guys how to make the flour, and Mr. the Pig is going to show you how to set up all the machine works. So, this is going to require 1 bucket of cryothium and 1 bucket of glowstone. And to make that, we're going to need... oh, we don't have any buckets. Let me grab some buckets real quick. You're going to need cryothium dust, which 10 pieces of dust makes 1 bucket, and a block of glowstone. So yes, you will be required to go to the nether beforehand, or find a bro who has some glowstone.
Yeah, if you get on the server, we'll spare you some.
When you make the cryothium dust, this recipe makes 2 pieces of dust every time. So that's just a little information there. So you're going to need a magma crucible and a fluid transposer. I didn't show you how to make these or set them up because at this point, I kind of figure you already have some basic machines set up. So you're going to toss your 10 cryothium dust in, and your 1 block of glowstone in that one. And throw 1 bucket in there, and 1 bucket in here. And now you play the waiting game. Cryothium. Glowstone. Okay. So, cryothium flows 5 blocks. 4 from its center. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Our factory may not be big enough.
Well, luckily enough, this entire build fits in 1 chunk. So, it is actually big enough. And what's good about it fitting in 1 chunk is some servers don't allow chunk loaders. So, when you do this, fireworks. Suddenly, fireworks. Okay, so the cryothium will flow to the exact edge. The glowstone flows 1 block more. So when it comes up, it's going to come out to right there.
This is just a lot easier for the machine part.
Yeah. And while he actually sets that up, I'm going to start placing down the block breakers. Again, that recipe. Some Invar, plastic, iron, reception coil, and machine frames.
It's one of the most expensive recipes into making this this farm. But if you're rich, or somebody that's rich, it's not that hard.
Friendly reminder, Cryothium will hurt a lot. So I suggest not touching the blue stuff.
The blue stuff actually looks like it'll be good to eat or drink.
Oh, no, let's not say we did.
Yes.
Let me turn down my sound real quick because both of these get really loud. Alright, so now we're going to need some item ducts.
I'm placing them right now. We need a crescent wrench.
I got
a
it.
crescent hammer. Oh, look at you all prepared.
Yeah, no, it's like I've done this before or something.
Yeah, it's like we prepared for this or something.
No, it's more like I've built like too many of these at once.
Yeah. You could also have it go into your ME, the glowstone go into your ME, so it's not in a DSU, which we will be placing ours in. But,
the reason why we use the DSU is because it's a lot cheaper to make than an entire ME system. Actually, no, I'm gonna say I just lied. I'd rather build an ME than a DSU, but it's a lot more effective to put it into the DSU. It's because it takes up a lot of space.
This is the main setup right here. If I had a crescent hammer, I would help you here, but
there you go. It flies. Look at that, they're cheering us on with some fireworks.
Yeah. You also need to make the blue tips on all these red, where the hole is in it.
Yes.
Now I just kind of turned that around, and also what you could do is the block breaker that doesn't have the hole next to it, the item duct will automatically connect to it. You can make it invisible. So like, or not invisible, but
disconnect.
Disconnect. It'll always be the one to the right.
And you will need, well, you don't really need them, but it's a little helpful to throw servos on each of these. And once you do that, go ahead and open up the interface, hit the redstone tab, and hit to ignore it, and that will always suck out items.
But since the block breakers are a push out item, or push out block, it pushes out the items to the item ducts anyway, so
yeah, it auto ejects to the nearest, to the most available inventory behind it, which in this case it is the block breakers, or it's the item ducts. You don't have to worry about it spitting, you know, glowstone everywhere, because if there's no chest or inventory behind it, it will not eject.
I'm actually gonna come over here and steal the schematic real quick, just
That's fine.
double it a little bit, so saves us some time. There's one.
And I'll show you all the schematic part in just 1 second.
You want me go ahead and put the energized glowstone down?
No, I'm gonna do that in just 1 second.
Okay. But yeah,
Just
once
do
you
this.
supply power to all of this, you're basically ready for it to be used.
Alright, so the cyclic assemblers are now getting power. Now, there is a problem with NEI and the cyclic assembler. When you come over here to the schematic tab, you're going to want to press your NEI button so it turns off. Come into your schematic, and then, as you see, we already got that set up. But what you would do would be to come over here real quick and not place blocks randomly. Come over here.
That's always a bad thing.
Steal some glowstone real quick. Come over here, go into your schematic, and just place the block, the item like that. It's a ghost item, so it won't actually take the item out. And then you just hit the check mark, and it'll save it. Now when that goes in there, boom, suddenly glowstone. Now, you're going to want to find your center, place down your glowstone. Glowstone flows up, so it'll come up like this. hit the redstone cabling, and boom, turn into glowstone. It is very loud,
Yeah.
but it's well worth it.
You could also just stick a few sound mufflers around the edges right here.
Yeah, and actually you don't even need that many. I've actually supplied it with only like 3 sound mufflers and it works.
Mm. I just want it to look better.
So the cyclic assembler will form the dust into glowstone blocks and then deposit them down here into DSU. Now, as you can see, just in the short amount of time that it's been running, we've already got a stack plus 15, 20. Yeah, it's quite fast.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ways you can, you know, make this more compact and whatnot. And another way is quite like this.
So you can hide this part in a wall and only have the assembler and the DSU showing, so you could have easy access to it.
Yeah, this is actually a really nice build. I'm probably going to duplicate it and put it into my house on the server. It doesn't make glowstone quite as fast, but if you're just looking for a little bit of spending cash, this is actually a great build for just starting out.
The one bad thing about this is sometimes the cryothium and the glowstone don't like match, and sometimes like these two cryothium blocks right here will turn into glowstone, and all you gotta do is break those. But right just then, these two blocks right here turn into glowstone. But if that ever happens, all you gotta do is break the glowstone, and then it'll continue working.
You're going to want to have a block over where your glowstone is going to form. Sorry. Otherwise, you could end up with... Let me see if it'll do it. Of course, now that I wanted to do it, it won't happen. If there's a little bit of lag in your system, it will just flow up, and then you'll just have glowstone randomly in your house. And
Yeah.
that is no bueno.